That's why I think the strong wind comes from that. And we lost power at the 7:15 something, and then the power come back 9:40 last night.
Wow. Well, actually, we have a generator, but I don't think we lost it anyway.
We had one too, but we never used it and doesn't know how to use it yet.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah. What a waste, huh?
We just get a
Yeah, that's just silly.
Yeah. I know. We invest like hundreds on the generator after what's that storm called?
Sandy?
No,
Yes.
it began with an I.
Right. So we bought a one after. And still in the box.
Oh, it's in a box?
Yeah, we have blood portable. Yeah.
Do you a lot of good. It works
Ours-
best in the box.
It's better than there.
Ours is running.
Hey,
but-
everybody.
Hey, Herb.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good.
Yep, good.
Give me 1 second here. Just freeing up some space on my computer because these lessons take up a ton of space. Yeah, that should be good. Oh, one more. So how's everybody doing today?
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm all right. I'm all right. So far, so good. You know, sorry we didn't go outside today. It really isn't super
Windy.
cold, but it is a little, yeah, it's windy and it's dark where we play. So, you know, it's a good chance it would have been a little too chilly today. So I figured, you know, maybe next week.
It's not dark right now. It's bright and sunny.
No, it's dark where we play.
Is it?
Play. Yes, because we're in the
Okay.
shade.
Yeah.
I don't mean dark like midnight. I mean it's shady, so it makes it cold. D, I can't hear you if you're talking. I don't know why. You're not muted. Can't hear you. You might want to try restarting your computer and coming back.
Yeah. You didn't put the mute, but
No, no.
I can
No,
hear
she's not muted. I don't know what's going on there. But I can hear everybody else so far. Okay, so today is a lesson day. If anybody has anything that they want to go over from the week, any tablature, I mean, I have some suggestions in my notes that we could take a look at, or you know, any questions or anything like that. I'll open the floor for questions first, and then we'll maybe take a look at some other stuff, some other tabs or whatever. Does anybody have anything that they wanted to ask about, or anything that they've been curious about, anything like that? All right. I feel like the people who really need this class don't come.
Well, thanks. I probably need it.
Well, if you need it, you're not asking questions, or
I don't know even what to ask. How's that?
Too many questions.
if there's too many questions, I mean, we could take them one at a time. That's the whole idea. Anything you want to talk about, it doesn't matter to me. I'd be glad to
I would
explain.
say, whoever come here is maybe not everyone has some question, but is waiting and is open to practice something new.
Right. Yeah. Okay, I get that. So everybody here wants to try something new. That makes sense. So we can take a look at. Oh no, I don't want to cancel. We could take a look at.
Here's a guy with questions.
Oh yeah, hi Steven.
Hey, Steven.
Hey guys,
How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Do you have any questions or anything you want to go over in class? This is supposed to be an educational ukulele class. So if there's anything that you'd like to talk about, or something that's confusing, or something that you don't quite grasp yet, or some new technique, anything at all.
No, well, mostly I got to go and grab my my ukulele. Actually, by the way, I have a problem every time I try to log on. It always rejects it kind of gets to the link, but it says I have to give the password or the passcode, and I have to go back and separate the passcode from the link that Denise gave, and it takes it finally and it gets me to you, but it's very erratic. It's not one of your fans. I'll say it that way. I'm interested in content though, Chris. Is there, some of the songs, I didn't grow up in the folk song movement, nor in the, WABC with Cousin Brucey and that stuff. I was more of, I hate to say this, Broadway kind of interested.
Okay.
Are there selections that are, I don't know why there wouldn't be, but are there selections for other types of material? I like the idea that, for example, I'm not looking for sacred music, but I like the idea that there was a version of Amazing Grace for the ukulele.
Right.
So I'm just wondering, the material might be too difficult for me yet at this point, but are there other source books for ukulele content?
The internet is amazing for that sort of thing. I mean,
Oh, okay.
honestly, if you just, I'll show you exactly how I go about doing it.
Okay.
So if we're looking for anything at all, and by the way, if there's a song that you want to do that we don't have yet, or that we haven't played yet, all you have to do is email Vicky, let her know, and she'll pass it on to Herb, or you could email Herb directly, and we'll get it into the songbook to give it a try.
Okay. One other question. Since you kind of do a lot of the internet journeying, are there any things on the internet in terms of ukulele, YouTubes and things that you would definitely say don't follow them or don't look at them because they're
Don't. I have a couple I might recommend, but everyone has their own teaching style on YouTube, and that's where it becomes difficult, because it's hard to find like a cohesive step-by-step lesson plan.
There's a guy named Kevin. His first name is Kevin, and he does like a 7-day strumming course, and it's called All for Uke is his website, ALLFORUKE. And it was kind of interesting because it was just purely on strumming, which is where I'm very deficient in.
Right.
And so I was just, because I don't want to go with false teachers, right? I don't want Denise trying to exercise me or something because I've gone down the wrong path with the wrong prophet of ukuleleism.
I think it'd be difficult to find a teacher that wouldn't give you something, at least get something out of it. If you find a teacher that's boring, or that when they explain something it doesn't quite make sense to you, or something like that, then I would move on to somebody else. Everybody's teaching style is different, as I said, and there are so many sources on the internet. It's kind of ridiculous,
Well, I just like this one because it was exclusively strumming, and that's all he was doing.
Right, and there's probably thousands of strumming courses online.
Yeah.
As well, but a 7-day course, But honestly, all I would do. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so I would pick a song like let's say "Singing in the Rain." Literally type the name of the song, ukulele, chords.
Oh, okay.
This one. Now a bunch of videos will come up, but generally the first one that'll come up is either from a website called tabs.ultimate-guitar.com or from ukulele-tabs.com. Now, if you click on either one of those links, it'll bring up, and it's pretty small here. Let me zoom in a little bit. But it'll bring up the song with the chords and everything. Yeah, D.
Yeah, you're not showing it to us.
I can't hear you, D. Sorry.
First of all,
What-
can you hear me?
Oh, now I can hear you.
Hey, and you're not showing us.
I'm not.
No.
No, it's just got your songs for Monday screen up.
Oh, I see what I did. Okay, hold on a second. How about now?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So what I did was I typed in Singing in the Rain, ukulele chords. And down here, you'll see the first two links that come up are in a site called ukulele-tabs.com. And the other one is a site called ultimate-guitar.com. And either one of these, I happen to like Ultimate Guitar. The main reason is it's got a bunch of other features in it. It has a scrolling feature, meaning that you can, skip ad, close. Meaning that you can auto scroll. You can click down here and it'll actually scroll by for you.
Oh,
Which is pretty cool. You can speed that up or slow it down. You can increase the size of the font. You can, when you get the chords, I just found this out recently. Check this out. If you mouse over the chord, you could actually take that chord and move it. And then take another one, move it. So you can put the chords that you really are deficient in over on the side here and then play the song, which is, I think, is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's got a lot more features than the ukulele website, so I tend to go here. Now, this is the actual ukulele song. Every now and then, you may not be able to find a ukulele tab for a song that you've done or that you want to play. If that's the case, then chances are you'll be able to find it for guitar. And the thing is, guitar and ukulele, the chords, you know, if you see an F chord for a guitar, you just play an F for the ukulele, right? And that, so it is doable to just use a guitar chord chart if need be. But this is how, you know, as far as books or anything like that, I'm sure they exist on Amazon if you were to search around that way. But honestly, I find it very difficult to find a song that I can't find online, you know, and have all the chords laid out. Another thing is you could actually transpose to a different key. You'll see down here in the bottom right corner, it says transpose, and there's a +1 or -1. And if you watch the chords, if I hit +1, it'll raise them up by a half step and another one. So if you wanted to play it, say, so it starts in the key of F. If you wanted to play it in the key of A, you would go F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. Stuff like that. So I think Ultimate Guitar is very, very useful. Probably the most useful website for chords and things like that out there. Yeah. So when you type in the name of the song, be sure to tack on chords as well, and ukulele chords, in fact, and that'll almost always bring up your song in some fashion. And again, there's off the top of my head, there's no real ukulele teachers that I could say would actually be detrimental to your playing, you know.
okay.
Not off the top of my head anyway. If I run into one, I will definitely let you know. Definitely. That was great. Thank you very much. So, anybody else? Any questions, concerns? Just not going along. Someone's got their TV on or something. Thanks. Okay. Well, if there's nothing else, we could take a look at, let's see what I have. I have the tab for No Particular Place to Go, Don't Stop Believing, Summer Breeze, Lean on Me has a tab, On the Road Again, As Tears Go By, Here Comes the Sun, Runaway. Oh, these are passwords that I wrote down, which is great. Now it's going to be online. No. But Here Comes the Sun. Oh, did I delete one of them? Yeah, Runaway. So any of these songs strike a chord for anybody that you want to look over? The See You in My Dreams is another one that's kind of, it's pretty difficult that we can go over. There's no tab in that, but the chords are a little tough. But the rest are all tabs. Any of these songs strike you as something you want to take a look at the tablature for, so we can learn the quote unquote harder part?
What is the tab?
As years go by,
We could look at as years go by. Sure, I'll tell you what tab means in just 1 second. Okay, so here we go. Ukulele, songbook. As years go by. 171. Yes.
And she's very concerned about that, and to have, a nurse be able to.
Somebody's disturbed about the bathroom.
Yeah, well, I could hear a phone call or something. Somebody's got something going on.
Or if you're down, or if that never would be.
All right, I'm gonna have to mute everybody.
Yeah, because.
If you'd like to speak, just unmute yourself.
She may walk
Here
in
we
there,
go.
find out with bedpan, or if it's.
Okay. So the tablature is this thing on the top. It's the and the way you play tablature is you can kind of think of it like a player piano. You read it from left to right, and as you go by here, you play the chords, the notes that come up, and each number represents a fret. Each line represents one of the strings. So the low G string is the bottom line, and then you could, if you have a high G, it'll work as well. Then the next line is the C string, then the E string, then the A string. And the first thing you see here is 3 zeros, then a 3. So that means that your fourth string is open, your third string is open, your second string is open, and your first string is on the 3rd fret, which everyone should recognize as a C chord. That's it. So first, and you play all those notes at the same time. So you could either strum it, or you could, let's see if I could show my ukulele a little better here. You could strum it, or you can pinch the strings all together with 4 fingers, using your thumb, index, second, and third, like that. So now the melody, the thing about tablature is you need to already know what it sounds like, what you're trying to learn how to play, right? Because it doesn't give you any information about how fast or slow you should play it, about how long you should hold out the notes or anything like that. Regular notation, which is sheet music that like an orchestra would use, does give you all that information. With orchestral sheet music, you can play a song that you've never heard before in your life. Tab doesn't work that way. Tab, you need to already know it. So the melody for this song is da 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 da. I sang that out of key. It is the evening of the day. I sit and watch the children play. Like that. And the chords are C, D, F, G. So let's take a look. So we've got, the first one is that C chord. So we've got C, then on the C string, we hit it open again, then the 2nd fret. Then we see open on the E string. Then we play all twos on the G, C, and E string, which is a D chord. So that whole thing sounds like this. I'll do it really slow. C, 0, 2, 0, D. So the 0, 2 happens on the C string, on the 3rd string. That means open 2nd fret. Then open on the 2nd string. And then a D chord. So again. See, it is the evening of the day. No, that can't be right. That's it. Okay. So we're up to the twos. Is this making sense for everybody, or are you all totally lost? Making sense? Okay, good, good. All right. You're lost, D? This is a little bit advanced. I mean, so one more time, each line, what's that?
You can't explain it any more simple than what you're doing.
I'm sure.
And I'm still not getting it. So just move on. Don't.
Okay.
Stop.
All right. All right. No problem.
No, let Chris go on, because I'm kind of, here's where I'm having an issue, maybe, D, is that if I look below, which is what I've traditionally looked at, I see you play a C. And what you're saying is that in the true tablature, there's sort of a note or a strum or something maybe in between the official chords that are represented.
No.
No. Okay.
No. This tab part up here is just the intro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when you get down to the chords,
Oh, okay. Just follow the chords.
You just start strumming the chords.
Oh, okay. Okay. I got it. I got it better now. Okay.
Yeah. So this part is the intro part, which basically mirrors the lyrics. It's do 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 do. That's the sound that you're eventually going to get when you get through this. So we're up to the D. So we've got C, open, 2, open, 2. Now when we get to the D.
Wait. Okay, so when you say open, but you're playing a chord, or you're playing a string, so what's open about it?
Well, open it means you're not pressing on any fret. That's why it's a 0. So you're not pressing on a fret, you're just hitting that string open. And when I say open, I'm not playing a chord, I'm just playing a single note.
String, right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I get it now.
Okay. The beginning is actually a full C chord, which is open, 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 3rd fret, if you go from the G down. So again, up to the D, we've got right after the D is 2, 2. So you keep holding the D, right? So you're holding a C. Then you're holding a D. Then open, F, G. Oh, wow. Ah, okay. So C is the evening of the day. It's a little bit tricky after you get to the F. I think what it sounds like is day, right? Day. Maybe 2, because it has 2 zeros in there. That doesn't seem right to me. 2 open notes on the C string. because it's got to be like this. That's what I think it is. So it's an F, then 2 opens pretty quickly on the 3rd string, then 2 on the 4th string, then open on the 3rd string again. So it's, and then you play a full G. Right? So again, from the beginning, we've got that's the first section from C, D, F, and G. And notice that when you look at the chords down below, while you're counting, every time you get to one of these chords, you're playing the full chord, right? Does that make sense? So like C, it goes C, D, F, G. That's basically the song. It is the evening of the day. Now all that's happening is you're playing some notes in between those chords. That's what, so under each chord, C, D, F, G, and so on, is until we get to this very end part, which we'll look at last. You're playing the full chord, right? So C, then another, now let's go to the last part and see if I can play that. You know what? Let me listen to the intro. This is gonna get cut out, but just so I can make sure I hear exactly what they're trying to play there.
Hey, Chris, before you do, I have a question.
Sure.
I don't have a low G, so it sounds really funny when I play that G.
That might be a little bit of a problem for some people out there, because for this particular song, it sounds best with a low G. It should work. I mean, it's the same note. It's just a little high. So you could still learn how to play it in this way. But yeah, I understand that. Sometimes with the low G transcriptions like this, it's going to sound a little bizarre with a high G. Not a lot you can do about it.
Chris,
Yes.
this is the intro for the Mary and Faithful version,
Okay.
which is different than the intro for the Stones version.
Gotcha. Thank you very much.
Slightly.
So we'll listen to Mary and Faithful here. Thank you.
What we have here is Little Caesar's thin crust.
Chris, I'm not feeling well. I will see you guys tomorrow.
No problem, Dee. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Dee.
everybody.
Don't listen to that mean man, Preston. We're not big pizza, we're Little Caesars. Yes, about bestest thin crust. Pizza.
Yeah, they have a bed available to you. It's a private room. Yeah, it's a private room, and they'll bring you over there tonight. A little late, but 8 p.m. They'll come for you to bring you over. It's
All right.
20 minutes away. Not gonna be much of a trip. With the message, bring them to call me, and they call me back.
All right. We're still having some. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna listen to that one more time. See if I can get it in my head. We got this first part, no problem. and then it goes into the C. So 0, 2, 0, 2. Got it. All right. So that's the second half. So one more time, the first half sounds something like this. Now that 4 in parentheses right there, I'm pretty sure they put it in parentheses because it's not wholly necessary, but you can play it by reaching up with your pinky like this. So you would play a G, reach up to the 4th fret, 4th string with your pinky. Now you don't have to do that. You could just play a straight G like this, but you can get that 4th note. So next we got the C, 0, 2, 0. Now there's a slight difference here if you look. It's the same as the beginning, 0, 2, 0, and then all 2s for the D, except in the second part, it's you strum the whole thing instead of just the 2s, right? So the beginning part, C to D, is basically the same, except you strum the whole thing for D instead of just. So then after that is just straight notes, which is relatively easy. It's just the rhythm that you have to play them in. 2 on the 3rd string, open on the 2nd string, 2 on the 2nd string, open on the 1st string, 2 3s then on the 2nd string, 2 1s, open, then 2 on the 3rd, and 2 on the 4th, and 4 on the 4th. So that last part is. And then after you play that part, the song starts. It is the evening of the day. So it could take some time to decipher a tablature. This is called tablature or tab, T-A-B. It takes a little bit of time, and it takes a little bit of going through step by step to figure out what notes are right and how to play it, but it's doable once you get the principles down. What you're looking at. Very few people read tab by like just looking at it and playing it, just what's called sight reading. Very few people sight read tablature. You have to sort of play it until you learn it, you can sight read tab. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's difficult. So probably not less difficult than sight reading regular notation. So what I'm going to do now, if you guys don't mind, we'll play the tab once through, and then we'll play the song. So you can join me in the tab if you like. I'll go extra slow for the tab, and then I'll speed it back up for the regular chords. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Smiling faces I can see, but not for me. and watch as tears go by. My riches can't buy everything. I want to hear the children sing. All I hear is the sound of rain falling on the ground. I sit and watch as tears go by. Instrumental. It is the evening of the day. I sit and watch the children play. Doing things I used to do. They think are new. I sit and watch as tears go by. As tears go by. So that's the idea behind the tablature there. Now, you know, for the last 20 minutes or so, we can go over another tablature if you guys want, or we can play some songs. Let's get a thumbs up. Who wants to do another tablature? Two people. Looks like, oh, yeah, we're beat. We're gonna do the tablature. All right, let's see what we got. We've got Brown Eyed Girl, which I think we went over, didn't we? Yeah, we did. No Particular Place to Go. Anybody? Yes, no, yeah. All right, Herb wants to see it, so let's take a look. See. No Particular Place to Go. So Parkway out on the Kokomo. Now this is a pretty cool progression. What's called a chord progression, of course, because I think it starts with an N. No Particular Place to Go. Oops, skipped it. 121. Because this particular progression is probably used in tons of blues stuff. Lots of old school rock and roll. Now this isn't tab necessarily, but let's take a look. Right? So that's what we're doing there. So let's look at each chord individually. There's only really 3 chords in this song. I know that looks crazy because of all the chords that are over on the side there. but really you're doing extensions of chords, okay? So even though you're changing a G to an E minor, technically, I really think of it more as a G, and then I'm using my pinky to extend that G chord to the 4th fret. So play a G chord. And what's gonna happen is on beats 2 and 4, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, your pinky is gonna come down on the 4th fret, 3rd string, right? So we're just going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's a down, up between each time you put down your finger and pick it back up again, a full down, up. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's called a shuffle. This particular way to play the instrument is called a shuffle. Bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum. That rhythm. So slowly for the G chord, the shuffle note, we'll call it the shuffle note, which is you're playing each individual chord and then adding one note to it on the shuffle rhythm. So the shuffle note for the G is this one here, which is the 4th fret, 3rd string. Now, when you switch to a C, you play the C with your 3rd finger. And the shuffle note is going to be that A minor note, which is the 2nd fret, 4th string. So now you're going to go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. While you have, so first you're just playing the C for the first down, up, down, up. Then you just put your 1st finger down on the 2nd fret, 4th string, and do another down, up. And you repeat that. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And note my 3rd finger doesn't move. My 3rd finger stays down. The only finger that I'm moving is my index finger. My index finger is alternating between being down on where the A minor note is and being up, right? Down and up. Once you get the hang of it and get in the swing of it, it becomes relatively easy because you're really only playing one extra note. Now for the D has a shuffle note as well. Let's take a look down here. So the D, the note is going to be, you play a full D chord, like so. I play it with one finger, and in this case, you sort of have to, because it'll be really hard to do the shuffle note without playing the D with one finger. And the shuffle note is the 4th fret, 4th string. So it's D, so D by itself first for the first down, up. Then you take your 3rd finger and put it down on the 4th fret, 4th string, and another down, up. Now, if you need to see the chords, you've got the G. Now, this says G to E minor, but that's the same as putting your pinky down on the 4th fret, 3rd string. If you'll look at between the G and the E minor, that's the same thing. Then you see the C going to the A minor over C right here. And then you see the D going to the D6. So I would use just the regular D. See how it says preferred combination? A regular D that goes to this D6 right below it. And then you have all three of the chord combinations with their shuffle note to make this shuffle happen. Now this is a little bit different from the intro stuff because the shuffle happens throughout the whole song. You're playing this little shuffle rhythm from beginning to end. It's not just the intro. But it sounds really cool when you get it down, and it changes the rhythm a lot, and it's more of a head noddy type song. So I'll play again the G. It's getting that down, up going. That could be a little bit, to me, you know, to me, I just get my hand going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, like kind of like you wound up a clock and you let it go. And then every time you go down, you pick your finger up and you put your finger back down. Now you can get really fast with this eventually, like you know, and that, if you listen to it, is classic rock and roll, classic blues shuffle, you know, even faster for like a rock and roll. You know, something like that. But it sounds pretty cool. If you know, does anybody need me to go over that again, or would you like to try to play it? We'll try to play the song. Yeah, play it. All right, let's play it. So the beginning is the intro is just the same shuffle with D, 2, 3, 4, D, just like that. So you're doing the shuffle with the D, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just a downstroke for the D, and then we'll start the song. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Riding along in my automobile, my baby beside me at the wheel. I stole a kiss at the turn of a mile, my curiosity running wild, cruising and playing the radio, with no particular place to go. Riding along in my automobile, I was anxious to tell her the way I feel. So I told her softly and sincere. She leaned and whispered in my ear, cuddling more and driving slow, with no particular place to go. 2, 3, 4. No particular place to go. So we parked way out on the Kokomo. The The night was young and the moon was gold. So we both decided to take a stroll. Can you imagine the way I felt? I couldn't unfasten her safety belt. Riding along in my calaboose, still trying to get her belt to loose. All the way home I held a grudge for a safety belt that wouldn't budge. Cruising and playing the radio with no particular place to go. Now all I did there at the end was I played a G, but on the first fret, and then I slid it up to the second fret and hit it again. So you could also slide it from the first fret to the second fret while keeping pressure down. It's just a little cute little way to wrap it up. Now I want to point out something here. Right in the middle of this song is something, let me see if I can look something up really quick. Songs with okay. Okay, so right in the middle where it says I here, which is for the interlude, you'll see that there are 3 rows of 4, right? Now that's 12. This is a progression, a chord progression called a 12-bar blues progression, which is the most popular blues progression on the face of the earth. So you basically play the G for 4 counts 4 times, the C for 4 counts 2 times, the G for 4 counts 2 times, then a D, C, G, and a G again. Now, just to give you an idea how many songs there are that use this particular progression, we've got Johnny Be Good, Hound Dog by Elvis Presley, Tutti Frutti by Little Richard, The Thrill Is Gone by B.B. King, Crossroads by Eric Clapton, I Feel Good by James Brown, Rock Around the Clock, Something Like Olivia, Bring It Home, Give Me One Reason, Red House, I'm Your Hoochie Coochie Man, T-Bone, Shuffle, Rock and Roll. I could go on for a half hour. So the point of that is if you learn this progression, you essentially have learned at least 50 songs, at least. Let me see if I could find one that I know the words to. Rock and roll. I feel good. So I Feel Good. We'll play it in the key of G here. One more time with the. So 1, 2, 1, 2. I feel good. I knew that I would now. I feel good. I knew that I would. So good. So good. I got you. I'm singing it way out of key. That one was cut down a little bit, so all of those were 2 instead of 4. But it's the same chords in that general order, right? It's 4 G's, 2 C's, 2 G's, a D, C, and 2 G's. And that's 12-bar blues. If you get a second, look up the 12-bar blues on YouTube and you'll see a much more in-depth write-up of exactly what that is. Yeah. So we got about 4 minutes left. Is there a song you guys want to do? Anybody, or maybe we could do Sweet Pea. Anybody care? Nope, no one cares. All right, Sweet Pea it is. The intro is just an instrumental here. Down, down, up, down, down, up. And let's give this a try all together. And a 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Sweet pea, apple of my eye. Don't know when and I don't know why. You're the only reason I keep on coming home. Sweet pea, what's all this about? Don't get your way, all you do is fuss and pout. You're the only reason I keep on coming home. I'm like the rock of Gibraltar, I always seem to falter, and the words just getting away. Oh, I know I'm gonna crumble, I'm trying to stay humble, 'cause I never think before I sing. Sweet pea, keeper of my soul. I know sometimes I'm out of control, but you're the only reason I keep on coming. You're the only reason I keep on coming. Yeah, you're the only reason I keep on coming home. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you so much. I think we're just about out of time for the day. Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Thanks, Chris.
No problem, Stephen.
Thank you. Yeah.
You got it, guys. Yaya, David, Marcia.
Thank you, sir.
Take
Yeah,
care.
thanks, Chris. That was a great lesson.
No
Thank you.
problem. Thank you, Marcia.
Okay,
Thanks for being here, everybody. Bye, Ann.
bye. Bye, Ann.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Martha.
See y'all.
Bye, guys.